Hello everybody, and welcome to Dreadnought. Dreadnought is a new game that I'm gonna play on the channel, and in this episode I'll explain what the game is, where you can get it, and well, gonna play a match or two. And okay, I started with the basics. Dreadnought is a spaceship style PvP game where you got different ships which you can load out in your all your own ways, and you can play against enemy players online. Well, opponents, not really enemies, I would say. And you got your, of course, your own economy system, which normal credits, which are your normal currency, GP, gray box points, which are premium currency, which only obtainable by buying money or getting by special missions. And of course your free XP for the researching for all parts. You got a large stack tree ranging with different types of ships, ranging from the very all-round destroyer class. There are 3 factions, which every single faction has their own ship line. So destroyer, corvette, tactical cruiser, dreadnought, and artillery cruiser class. This class also has artillery cruiser, corvette, dreadnought, destroyer, and tactical cruiser, and this one as well. This one is tactical cruiser, artillery cruiser, dreadnought, corvette, and destroyer. Every ship has its own traits. Overall, the Oberon style are overall lighter and faster. You got the Akulas, which are all around, and the Jupiter arms, which are the more heavier class in general. For the weak ships themselves, the vertical lines right here are actually the exact same ship, however with a different customization kit. If you, for example, take a look at the Orgato right here, you can see the basic setup. How you got the large, very long ship with this basic shape from this side here. And if you take a look at the Evas, you can see it has the same baseline, has the same guns, but it does look different. It's also showable in when you go to the hangar. And first of all, I take my Trafalgar, which is the tier 2 version of the this medium class destroyer, and I can go to my appearance, and for example, here, Forecastle Trafalgar, I can also choose to take none, to take not the standard look version. If I unlock one of the other ones, I will be able to take that look as well. Anyway, I will start out with a match on recruit. There are 3 groups here: recruit, veteran, legendary. Legendary is only tier 5 ships. Recruit is only tier 1 and 2 ships, and veteran is 2 to 4. This is to like balance out the matchmaker, and this is how the matchmaker is done. Dreadnought has various kinds of maps, but you have a maximum height limit in this game, which and you do not really have a vertical steering. You steer horizontally. You have like W is forward, S is backwards, A and D is steering left and right, and space and shift is up and down. I will for this match I will take the Trafalgar, which is the all-round ship destroyer. This is the tier 2 version of the starter destroyer. And once we'll load up, I can show you guys what everything's done. For the destroyer class, I'm just gonna explain how it works. Destroyer class are the main damage dealers and brawlers of the fleet. Their stats are all around, like medium health, medium firepower, medium speed. The range is really good on the weapons, and the general velocity of the guns are also pretty high, so it's pretty good at range combat. Their modules are mainly focused on dealing damage, so things like a weapon booster that increases the damage, or some kind of torpedo that deals a lot of damage. In my case, I do not have all this stuff researched just yet. I have you can see the loadout on top. I got on slot 1 Tempest Missile, slot 2 Torpedo Salvo, slot 3 Weapon Booster Pulse, and number 4 Module Reboot. The first 2 slots are mainly damage dealers. The third slot is a support slot, and the fourth is an eternal utility shot. Got a target right here. Assist right there. I'm gonna take a look at what. There we go. This good target is an artillery cruiser. It's a Royal Light ship, so I'm gonna fire away. There we go. That guy's invisible. Gotta retreat a little bit. Anyway, on the screen itself you see of course my crosshair in the center, and then to the left side you see an orange bar which is slowly going down. This is my ammo bar. Yes, this ship has 55 rounds in total, which is quite a lot. Next to that is the white bar, which is the health bar. I have 21,000 health, which is for this tier is pretty nice. The highest ships are in this tier are around 31, 35. Here I activate my weapon booster pulse and to deal some more damage to this guy. Boost my weapon energy to weapons for a higher rate of fire. That's a really aggressive push right there for me. We're doing rather well. As you can see in the bottom right, we got 32 points and they got 0. Here you can see what happens if you get a kill. 36 now. You get 4 points a kill, so in this match you have to get 25 kills. This is very similar to the game of Robocraft, where you will also need, in team deathmatch mode, you also need to get 25 kills per match. There are other game modes. There are Onslaught and Elimination, and I will play them at some point, and I will make a guide on them right then. Anyway, you see me here boosting my my movement speed, which is the blue bar on the right. Blue bar, it does the rain. If you press E, you can see this chart. This is increased boost, firepower, and shields. I favor the movement speed itself. I'm gonna get some real firepower going here. Do I have a booster pulse? I just got hit by a stasis missile, which is which slows it down a lot. However, I'm gonna go away with the missile, and there we go. That little corvette tried to assassinate us, but even though I know I'm gonna die, I'm still gonna take as many guys with me before I get destroyed. Gonna see if I can get into cover right here. It's not too wide. Time to regenerate. Anyway, back to the energy system. You got increased thrust, which increases your movement speed. Amplify weapons, which increases the fire rate. And raise shields, which deploys a shield, as you can see right here. Shield will reduce the amount of damage and or even block the entire damage at all. It will drain your energy bar at a steady rate, as you can see here. And if you take damage, it will drain even more. Same for weapons. If you fire your weapons, it will drain faster, but it gives a fire rate boost. Movement speed does not really. You do not get faster or slower when not moving, so you just keep moving with it, and as soon as you start to stop, you just disable it. We got a target coming in right here. Little corvette. Corvettes are really fast assassin class, but they're not really that tough, so when you're aware of them, you can get them pretty quickly. Anyway, that was the first match. We got with 148 points, so we kind of steamrolled them right there. Kind of bad. I feel kind of bad. Here you can see the rewards. Got free experience, normal experience, and of course money. Experience will go right back into the own vehicle, and the money can of course be used to purchase parts as modifications. Here I will go back to this part, and I will go right here to the attack tree. You can see here Tempest missiles, my torpedo salvo. I had autocannons right at the start, but I changed it out for a weapon booster pulse. And here's the module reboot as well. Here you can see my secondary weapon. I use it just once in the actual game. It's kind of a shotgun. It has very little range because even though it's a max range 800 meters, 800 meters is more like 2 meters in a normal other game. Because the ships are almost a kilometer long themselves. Anyway, I will take a look if I can get this one. I cannot get it yet. Let's see by the convert ratios. That asks for getting special. I have to convert other things, but I will get this one instead. It might be a little bit chaotic at first, but I just want to get my first gameplay video from this out to see what you guys think about this game. I will go and cover all this later in the guide, so you all understand this better. For now, I will go back to the play and I will use a Dreadnought instead. Dreadnoughts are the more heavier cousins of the destroyer classes. They have more health. And this guy also has. You have different armors here right as well. Instead of the missiles on the first slot, I got a huge broadside system. For the and instead I got for the second slot you got missiles. Third slot is my artillery, is an anti-missile laser system, which will automatically shoot down my lasers for me. And in number 4 I got a warp jump. Warp jump enables me to travel really fast from one point to another, because the dreadnoughts are much slower than the destroyers. Here you can see my little corvette, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to go for my nav. Destroyer class. I modified mine in appearance with my Morningstar bow and rear part, as well as a bit of the armor themselves in the bottom part. As you can see, this really straight part. Those are all modified from the Morningstar, which I got from my beta pack, because it's now free to play, but it used to be not free to play and you had to buy a pack to get into the game, and I bought the pack with the Morningstar. I really like the Morningstar, but since you cannot research any parts with it, you cannot research any ships with it, I don't really play with it. Anyways, we're all ready up, and we'll go back in. Here we go into matching 3, 2, 1, and teleportating. Gotta say, I really love this teleportation animation. You see all the ships so teleport into the ocean. This is actually a new arena for me. I've not seen this one just yet. Just gonna take a look at what we got here. Our ships are kind of slow with deploying. Looks like a huge island with some kind of entrance right here. It's gonna be interesting to play with. Anyway, right here I got my secondary weapons. You can see is how it uses the right ammo instead of the left ammo. However, these guns are very similar to my main guns, although it has a higher velocity. We're still at 8.7 kilometer range, which means nobody can hit us. Even the longest range weapons only have 7 kilometer range, so I'm relatively safe. Oh, this guy's in range. Fire away. So, tactical cruiser, which is basically a medic. Right, I'm out here. Let's move. There we go. Fire for shots before teleporting out. And there we go. I made it out alive. Still have 12,000 health left, as you can see. On the left. Energy is regenerating. We still got some missiles coming for us, but they're probably gonna reach their maximum range, so there we go. Maximum range. Also, missiles, you can all see the stat cards on the weapons. In my case, my missiles have a range of 7,000 meters, and my broadside has 2,400 meters. I could also, of course, deploy my anti-missile lasers if they get close, and I cannot outrange them, because you have to take into consideration they came all the way from there and traveled here. If I cannot do that, I can always deploy the other missiles. There we go. See the missiles, the fronts go open and launch those missiles. This animation of this game are so amazing. So detailed. Really gotta give some props on the developers on that. You can see you got this extremely low velocity of these guns. There we go. Kill. Ooh, that's it. Artillery cruisers heavy hitting weapons, so you gotta move out of that range. We're now hovering down on a Dreadnought. He has much less health than I have, so I can get away with this rather fine, even though he's deployed his shields.
Enemy missiles incoming, Captain.
Missiles on the right. Gotta deploy my lasers. Still got 20, so got 26 of them left, so that'll be fine. Got his little vat on here.
Activating primary weapons, Captain. Launch all vultures. Defenses recharging.
There we go.
Activating primary weapons,
Units.
multiple impacts. Damage control teams on station.
I guess I'll have to push for each from now.
All stations.
Move to that medic.
Mark. 3.
Normally you have to target right in front of the bow, but if you can target an ally in range, you can just warp to him instead, which is a really nice feature. However, this warp is not usable on enemies, so that's an downside. So you have to aim specifically and teleport right next to them instead in that way. I really need to block those missiles because I got these medics right here heating me up. Here you can see my full health, 42,000. Again, this thing is much slower though. Got a target on the right. Full turn. It's kind of hard hitting these targets with these very low velocity guns, so I'm gonna switch over. So those ones do not have range yet. You can see the color of the crosshair changing. That indicates your range. Yellow means it's in range, but however you do not deal top damage. Red means that you are in minimal range. So you can see it getting darker. There we go.
We're taking them down.
Down he goes. Even though my missiles didn't even hit him. Fat is back. And he's very out. Once a Corvette stops moving inside enemy shot radius, he's dead. Got a artillery cruiser right there. Got a destroyer right there. If you're wondering how you can see that, if you look at the signs next to the ships. In my case, you got a really wide one, and that guy underneath me, Vela Devastator, has a little bit more narrow one. Each single one has their own basic ship size. This weird wide one is the Dreadnought. That one underneath it is the destroyer. That little more arrow-like shape, like on T-Craft and LTG Wheeze, are the weapons. The Techno Cruiser. You got that actually the really tiny one is gone. You got these really narrow ones on the other side of the team. Those are artillery cruisers. And you got a very small one that's even smaller than the Techno Cruiser ones, which is actually the Corvette. Now I do not want to engage these guys like this. The amount of artillery cruisers right there. There we go. Let's take a look at the codes for here. As you can see here, 1.1 thousand range, 1.2. Okay, that's how far away. Like 800 meters to be in effect, you need to be right here. Range is very short, so I'm gonna move up. Here you got that's the artillery cruiser sign. You can see there. Not yet. The other side one is not yet visible. Hello.
missiles have a clean. Understood. Swapping to primary weapons. Clear
Broadside.
Captain.
There we go.
Multiple impacts detected. Shield activated.
Activate shield. Warp. Oh, there we go. Come on. It's the animation of how you die. It's also pretty satisfaction. Alright, here you can see the little stack on the Corvette. And I should be ready right there. There we go. Let's warp in there.
Got it, Captain. Jumping.
Still out of range.
Friendly repair ships. We need help. All allied ships requesting assistance. Vulture missiles locked on. Vultures all full power to maneuvering thrusters. Activating primary weapons, Captain.
Let's move in there. He's not gonna like this.
Thanks for the assist.
There we go.
Shield activated.
Got some missiles incoming, so let's activate my lasers.
Missiles.
You can also wait for a little bit, but I prefer to do that a little bit of range. Still got a few hits, because these ones are better at big targets than the small spam missiles.
Hang on, we're gonna recharge the grid.
See the amount of artillery cruisers they got. They got a lot of long-range firepower with these snipers, but at the same time they're really just not maneuverable, and they don't have that much health. So I need to get out of here. Start moving out of here. Take a few shots off.
Jump complete, cycling jump.
Damn. For this specifically, I'm gonna take my Dover, little Corvette, and assassinate one or two of those cruisers.
Amplifying weapon system. Full power to maneuvering thrusters. Hi, Captain. Going to full burn. Thrusters overheated, Captain.
Let's see, we got a medic. Oh, we got this target.
Full power to maneuvering thrusters.
Not sure if I'm in range yet, because you cannot see that if your enemy is invisible.
Heads locked on our position. Ready to launch. Get full burn, Captain. Solar thrusters exhausted, Captain.
Gotta run. Enemy still spamming missiles on me. Be sure to move up and down so they cannot target me. Little tactic. Vertical guidance. Most players are not really that great on it, so.
Full power to maneuvering thrusters. Activating thrust amplifier. Understood. Swapping to primary weapons,
Got my
Captain.
thrust amplifier up, but didn't meant to activate it, so. Moving really fast right now, hard to control.
Thrust amplifier drained, Captain. Understood. Swapping to thrusters. We're getting killed. Alright, Captain. Activating. Full power to maneuvering thrusters.
Gotta get out of here.
Enemy missiles incoming, Captain. We're under attack. Requesting assistance. Thanks for the assist. Activating primary weapons. Contested on an artillery cruiser.
Let's see how far I can get with this escape. Oh, this is tough. Although I'm regenerating again, so that's good. That's good. These little buggers are very annoying. They can be extremely powerful if used right, but with the weapon loadout I got right here, still basic loadout, so I really need to get the heavy one, which has better weaponry, better firepower on its own. People really are firing all on me. I'm out here. if I activate this booster and my movement speed, I just go Sonic mode. Not the Sonic mode. Target.
Understood. Swapping to primary
Boosting
weapon.
myself to
Thrusters
the
for
range,
south, Captain.
and there we go.
Enemy warheads locked on our
And there we
position.
go.
That was impressive.
Factory. Okay, got some nice progress again, and back to the outpost or hangar or whatever. Back to base, and I got one of my daily missions rewards, and with that you get 400 credits, which is always nice. Anyway, this was it for the first episode. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and stay tuned for more. This was the Get Base Games, and I will see you guys all later. Bye bye.